shout it this time. Okay, so was doing weird stuff. It ends with a Y. So if you guys remember, towards the end of the last session, Chloe said something about the natural waste. I don't remember what we were supposed to do with it, and I heckled her about it. I finally got around to looking it up to see what it is. So the natural waste is the part between your rib cage and your belly button. That little base, really, it's about 2 inches. I got to really suck it in to show the point. But it's where your waste supposedly comes in the most. So, yeah, that's your natural waste. Anyway, let's get going.
Prepare. Salute.
Big family welcome.
Drop your head to the chest and rotating in gentle circles. Pause at the bottom in reverse directions. Pause at the bottom. Rolling the head over one shoulder, stretching down the opposite arm. Roll the head across the front to the other shoulder. Stretch. Switch. And switch. One more each side. And back to the center, slowly raising, turning to look over the shoulder, across the front to the other side, switch. Try not to blink as you rotate your head. And back to center, rolling the shoulders. And reverse. And shoulders forward and back. Okay. Now, rotating the upper body above the natural waist. And other direction. Feet wider, big circles. And reverse. Feet back to hip width, small circles. And other direction. And vertical circles. And vertical circles. And other direction. Good. Warming up the hands. 2 fists. Up to the small of the back. Down over the hip. And back up. Squeeze. Interlace. 1 foot out. Circles around to the side of the leg. Warming up the back of the leg. Fingers in the ridge of the kneecap. Top and bottom. Bend the knee, massage the calf. Interlace. Other knee. Sides. Circles to the back. Back around to the front. Fingers in the ridge. And top and bottom. Massaging the calf. And both feet together. Other direction. And open back together, open back together, open back together, open back together. Reverse, back open together, back open together, back open together, back open together. Touching the toe, rotating the ankle. Other direction. Pressing the pads. Good, other side. And reverse. Massaging the bottom of the foot. And other direction. Warming up the wrists. And reverse. And stretching the whole hand. Fingers one at a time. Other side. Fingers. Whole hand. Cheek. And one foot out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Up and to the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Up into the shin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Into the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Rolling up and massaging the lower back. And reverse. Now making a square. Across, down, across, Up. Supporting the lower back, bending forward. Then the knees roll up and stretch back. And forward and back. One more. Palm towards the ceiling. And switch. Switch. And last one. All right.
All right, go ahead and get your fans if you would. And if not, well then, what are you gonna do?
Guess you could watch.
All right, let's review from last week. Open, raising, brush across and step back. Shift back, lift up. Lower the heel, chop. Shift back, shift forward. Good, and again. Open, raising, snap, brush across. Shift back, lift up. Lower the heel, chop. Shift back, shift forward. One more time, review. Open, raising, brush across. Lower the heel, chop. Shift back, shift forward. Good. So, a couple little tidbits in there to make sure we're getting. Again, we want to make sure that from our we brush across and cover the knee. So that makes a nice big arc that goes all the way across the knee. Brush across. The other thing is, when we come down for the chop, we want to lower that heel so we're shifting forward onto a flat foot. So we're here touching the big toe, we lower the heel to initiate that movement, pushing off the back foot as well. So let's review last week's movement because that one has some pieces to it. So we're up here and we just did our, and we come down for our chop as I was just talking about. So we lower the heel and we chop. We shift back, closing the fan. Notice the hand positions here to close that fan. Then we shift forward with a thrusting, stabbing thing. So let's take it from our weight crane with fan. So again, lower the heel, chop, shift back, shift forward. And again, let's do this so that we're all doing it the same way. So I can say things like fan, tines out. So this time, let's do it with the pattern facing us. So we brush across. So we lower the heel and we chop. We should see the tines at this point, these wood pieces. Should turn the fan upright, shift back, shift forward. So again, what I'm saying here is we want the tines to be up. So from my chop, the tines are up. Then I turn the fan. I'm trying to do this so that you can see it with contrast against the wall. So we turn the fan up. So it's flat when we do the chop. We turn it up for our closing movement and then back with the chop. Let's do that a couple of times. Lower the heel, chop, shift back, shift forward. And again, lower the heel, shift back, shift forward. Lower the heel, chop, shift back, shift forward. Good. Now, the next one has a bunch of whirly hands going. So let's practice the hands first. So we started with the hand up here because we just did chop. So similar for those of you that have done 16 to our deflect, intercept, punch hand position where it's by the forearm. This time we just happen to have a fan in our hand. So very similar to that position. So that hand is going to arc down, and then it's going to loop around and do a full brush. So starting with it out, we let it drop down, loop around, and do a full brush. So when I say loop, watch my hand. We need to turn the hand, then we come around so it's palm to be, well, technically the inside and down. So again, scoop, wipe. And again, scoop, wipe. And again, scoop, wipe. So we're just letting the arm turn in its arm socket, making a nice little circle. And we, of course, practice this sort of thing with cloud hands and things like that. Next thing we want to do, we want to do the other hand. So we're at thrust, fan closed. We're going to block. So I'm blocking down, block. And then I'm going to come around. So I'm thinking about stabbing somebody in the head. So I'm here, I block, and I come around. Straight, block, and I come around. Straight, block, and I come around. So naturally, what we're thinking about here is a series of blocks. So say she has a fan or a knife, and she's coming at me. I want to, oh, sorry about that.
Really works.
Yeah, it's a little stick, so you got to be careful. You know, it's basically like holding a little club. So we want to block, and then she's going to try to attack with that hand, and I come around. So, or she could try to slip that hand, and I just want to hold it down, and I come around. One way or the other, this hand is meant as to make sure that that initial block stays blocked, or if there's a second strike from your opponent, blocks that. So we have a series of blocks. We're here, we block one, block two, chop. Okay? Let's do just that movement. So we're at our thrust. We're going to, oh, we got to add a step. Sorry about that. Let's add that step. So when we brush across with the fan, we're going to step sideways. Then I'm going to shift, and I'm going to brush across with the empty hand. Finish that, and then come around. This shift is super, super important because if I don't shift onto my right leg, I won't be able to do my turning movement, which is my next movement. So again, from our thrust, and we are left leg forward to this. So I'm going to block across, step, swipe across as I shift, finish the movement with a stab. And again, block across, step, shift, block with the empty hand, finish. So that's got with it. Let's do just that a couple times. So we're here. Block, block, stab. And again. Block, block, stab. And again. Block, block, stab. Good. Let's add that step. So again, we are stepping, we're starting with the left leg forward. So we block, step to the side, shift, block, empty hand, finish. And again, block, step to the side, shift, empty hand, stab. And again, block, step to the side, shift, empty hand, stab. Good. All right, let's take it back to the beginning. Open, raising, brush across. Lower the heel, chop. Shift back, shift forward. Block, step to the side. Shift, block, empty hand. Finish. Good. And again. Open, raising, brush across. Lower the heel, chop. Shift back, shift forward. Block, step to the side. Shift, block, empty hand. Other hand, chop. All right. Suggestions of sections we should review in that?
I think this one's always a little tricky.
Okay.
And then maybe just the rhythm of these three circles that we're doing.
Okay. So if you didn't hear that, what she said is this one tends to have give people trouble. And the key really here is being able to turn and relax that shoulder. So relax wrist, relax shoulder, what allows you to get that fan flat. And it just takes some practice. Notice too that my fan is on the outside of my arm when I'm doing this mostly. So it's here, and that helps me keep that fan flat. You're trying to have it over your arm, it's a little harder to keep flat. And again, it is a shoulder flexibility thing. So if you can't get it perfectly flat because of your shoulders, okay, that's not a problem. Just do what you can do. All right, let's try that section again. So again, from our walking crane spreads wings with fan. Lower the heel, chop, shift back, shift forward, brush across, shift, stab. Good. And again, same place. Lower the heel, chop, shift back, close the fan, shift forward, thrust, lock, step, shift, block, finish. Okay, so there's that rhythm that she was just suggesting we review. So it is kind of a tricky rhythm. There's no question about that. So we're at our chop, block, thrust. We want to block, step. Those two things go together. Block, step. So do that with me. Block, step, shift, block, finish the circle. So it's shift, block, shift to that right side. And I'm going to do it front one more time so you can see, but then I'm going to turn around so it's not so confusing. So we're here. So we block with the fan, step, shift, block with the empty hand, finish the circle. From that thrust, left leg forward. Step, block, shift, block, finish. And again, step, block, shift, block, empty hand, finish. Step, block, shift, block, empty hand, finish. One more time, just that. Step, block, shift, block, empty hand, finish. Good, good. All right, let's take it from the beginning a few thousand times. Open, raising, brush across. Lower the heel, chop, shift back, shift forward, block, step, shift, block, complete the circle. Good. So we end up here with the weight over to the right side.
So the fan's a little above eye level?
Well, you're stabbing somebody in the head. So, I mean, I like it above eye level here because, again, we're not going to be stabbing people with a fan, but we do have a shoulder consideration where we need to strengthen the shoulder. So I do like it a little bit higher, but she brings a good point. You know, unless you're trying to stab someone in the head with your fan that's very tall, it would be a lower movement depending on where we need to stab them. And all the usual punching people in the head stuff pertains. You know, so again, the ear is a sensitive point, the temple is a sensitive point, the throat is a sensitive point. All of these are valid strike targets. You know, whatever works. Open, raising, brush across. Lower the heel, chop, shift back, shift forward, block, step, shift, block, finish. Open, raising, brush across. Lower the heel, chop, shift back, shift forward, block, step, shift, block, step. Open, raising, brush across. Lower the heel, chop, shift back, shift forward, block, step, shift, block, finish. Good. Open, raising, brush across. Lower the heel, chop, shift back, shift forward, lock, step, shift, block, chop. Couple 3 times. Open, raising, brush across. Lower the heel, chop, shift back, shift forward, lock, step, shift, lock, finish. Open, raising, brush across. Lower the heel, chop, shift back, shift forward. Block, step, shift, block, chop. 3 more times. Open, raising, brush across. Lower the heel, chop, shift back, shift forward. Block, step, shift, block, chop. Open, raising, brush across. Lower the heel, chop, shift back, shift forward. Block, step, shift, block, chop. 2 more times. Open, raising, brush across. Lower the heel, chop, shift back, shift forward. Block, step, shift, block, chop. Last time for today. Open, raising, brush across. Lower the heel, chop, shift back, shift forward. Block, step, shift, block, chop. Good. So if you have questions, next week, please remember we're not having class. We are following the normal class schedule that we had set for summer. So next week, because of 4th of July, we were planned to be off. So we're going to be off next week, again, following that normal schedule. So if you have any questions, send them to me. And then when we come back in 2 weeks, we will review any questions that you have. So this is one way that we can stay interactive. If you have any questions, or there's a section that's just not clicking for you, please let me know. I don't mind going over it. Just need to know. Need to know. All right, so go ahead and put your fans down. Let's do our deep breathing. Inversion side down, inhale up, exhale. Side to side, inhale to one side, exhale to the other. Raising arms, inhale up, exhale. Gather, wash over, inhale up, exhale. Pressing palms, inhale open, exhale. Press out and down. Bring the bottom to the top. Inhale, fill the bottom, fill the top. And exhale. Good. Relax the hands aside. Good. So Chloe's going to lead us in the next section in our meditation for tonight. So go ahead and get your chairs and let's get set up for that part.
And if you don't have a chair handy, you can probably do this standing. It just might be a little bit more comfortable if you can sit.
Yeah, good. I know, it looks like I'm in the back of the room, but I'm really arms on the floor. Maybe I should wear a John's cap.
Okay, so just giving everybody a couple more seconds to get together here. This is a guided imagery sort of meditation, and this is from a book by Belruth Naparstek.
But what?
Belruth Naparstek. And this guided imagery is all about deliberate, directed daydreaming. So we're using our imagination constructively to help ourselves, to help our health, our well-being. This particular one that I'm going to read here is called Imagery to Re-inhabit the Body. And this one is to help us get out of our heads, slow us down a little bit when we get kind of like anxious or agitated. And it actually can help us to sync our center of gravity. So that's something we want to be doing when we're practicing our Tai Chi. This is also good when we feel scattered and overwhelmed. So get comfortable in your chair, sort of shake out any tension that you have. And you can close your eyes if you like, or leave them open. It might be a little bit easier to get in touch with the imagery that your brain produces if you have your eyes closed, but do what feels comfortable. Okay, so see if you can position yourself as comfortably as you can, shifting your weight so that you're allowing your body to be fully supported. Try to arrange it so your head, neck, and spine are straight. And taking a deep, full breath, exhaling as fully as you can. And another. Deep into the belly. And again, breathing out as completely as you can. And gently allowing yourself to turn your attention inward, focusing inside for just this next while, to see how your body feels, to take a gentle, curious inventory of your insides, just a friendly interest in what's happening in there. Interested in your own well-being, looking to see how you are for just this moment, what your energy level is like just now, noticing your mood, still breathing deeply and easily, and looking inward with the honest, neutral eye of a camera, and feeling where your body might be tight or tense or sore, and where it feels loose and open. So just letting your awareness move around the insides of your body, starting perhaps with your head, checking to see how it feels inside your head, whether it feels tight and congested, or comfortable and open. And moving down into your neck and shoulders, curious about any tightness or heaviness there. And down into your chest, continuing to breathe smoothly and deeply, sensing how it feels around your heart, aware of any sensation there. Heavy or tight, or spacious and open. Moving around into the length of the back, Noticing how your back feels all along the spine, all the way to your tailbone. And coming back around to see how it feels inside your belly. Continuing to breathe deeply and easily. Feeling what is happening all through your abdomen. Noticing in a friendly but detached way any tension or fear that might be held there. And moving your awareness down into your bottom. Seeing how it feels along your whole pelvic floor. And down into your legs. Feeling any tightness or rigidity in the legs. All the way down to the feet. All the way to the tips of the toes. So just doing this gentle, curious inventory of the inside of your body, noting where it might feel denser, heavier, and where it feels looser, lighter, and freer. And taking a couple more deep breaths, all the way down into the uncomfortable places, breathing the warm energy of the breath into the heart of the discomfort, and breathing it out. And again, sending the breath into the core of the tightness, letting it warm and loosen and soften all around and through it, and then breathing the discomfort out deeply and fully. So just taking this space to reacquaint yourself with this body of yours, your steadiest companion, your oldest friend, and listening to it and acknowledging it. And letting your awareness sink down into it, allowing your spirit to settle all the way down into your body, softly and easily rolling into every corner, like a gentle, misty fog. And just letting yourself feel the fullness of it. Breathing fully and easily into every corner of your being. Softly acknowledging the sore, weary places and the strong, solid places. No praise, no blame, just noting what is so. And remembering how good it feels to connect back into yourself. And so whenever you're ready, taking another full, deep breath, and gently, with soft eyes, coming back into the room whenever you're ready, knowing in a deep place that you are better for this. And so you are.
Thank you. So again, meditation has many, many forms. And you can do any of these that you like. And also, if you have any suggestions that you'd like to share that we could bring to the class, I'd like to explore several different ways and different ideas with meditation so that you can take whatever works best for you and bring it into your natural or your everyday life. One of the regular ones that I do that I really wanted to do this summer with you, but it's very much you have to be together for that, is smelling your tea. And in this one, while your tea is brewing or your coffee, we just stand with our hands on the counter on either side of the cup for the amount of time it takes to brew. My tea takes 3 minutes to brew. So I stand there for 3 minutes and I inhale the aroma of my tea, thinking about what I need to do for the day. And this particular one, what I've noticed is the fact that I can now slow down. I don't have to be moving all the time, and I don't lose concentration as fast. So this is a very clear and palpable benefit to this sort of exercise, is that my ability to be still and to concentrate has really grown. So you guys have a good week off, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Take care. Prepare, salute.
Thank you, big family.